Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Steam TV. Mathematics. Today, we're looking at finding the determinant. Okay. I have two methods, and they're pretty much the same, but a little different. Of simply doing this, just to remember on an exam. We're not going to go through the derivation. We could go through that in another video, but this is just two quick tips and tricks that I have learned. As an engineer going through coursework involving linear algebra and system dynamics, which was really prominent in. So anyway, I'm going to offer you two methods that I have to finding the determinant. And so for method one, okay, this was the way I was taught. All right, here's my determinant. I got a simple 3 by 3. The more dimensions we add, the more complicated it gets. All right, we're going to do our Pac-Man thing. Okay, it's simple as this. We're going to go from left to right is positive, and the right to left is negative. So learning by pattern, we're simply going to start at 2, 5, and 7. Okay, so I'm going to strike through 2, 5, and 7. 2 times 5 times 7. And I'm taking the sum of all these values. Okay. Sorry, that is not proper mathematics. I'm taking the sum of everything. Plus. Now I did 2, 5, and 7. My next one's going to be 1, 4. Now I ran out. Now I mentioned the Pac-Man thing. What I meant by that is if I go out of bounds, I come back in over here and I strike my 3. So I got 1, 4, and 3. Okay, this is the way I was taught. Like I said, I'm not 100% a fan of it, but it just is what it is. Because it's a little confusing at times, especially when you add more dimensions. All right, and then we're going to go 6, 2, and 5, right? All right, now I did that. I went in that dimension. I must go in the other dimension now. I'm going to subtract in the other direction. I'm going to go 6, 5, 5. I'm sorry, 3, 5, 5 minus 2, 4, and 2. And then minus 7, 6, and 1. And remember, this is a crash course. I'm not going to give you the answer right now. I'm not doing it. I can do it, but I'm not going to waste our time. Do the summation of that. That's your answer. Okay. This is all supposed to be quick crash course. Method number 2. This is my favorite method. This is the one I prefer. It's just I had to show you the way I was taught because I just felt like it was necessary. But anyway, the way that I prefer to go through this, right, is simply I have to draw the touch on, of course. A is equal to, what do I got? 2, 1, 5, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 7. Whoa, what did I just do? So sorry. All right. Why did I just do that? 5, 4, and 7. All right. Now, that's what I wanted to do. Straighten that out a bit. All right. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat my first two columns. This is my favorite way to do it. And I'm actually just going to put them in a different color so I know that they're repeated, just for the sake of keeping things somewhat organized and understandable here. Okay. Guess what I'm going to do? The same exact principle, except I don't need to worry about doing Pac-Man this time. This time I'm going to go 2, 5, 7. Again, I'm multiplying all these values. That's positive because I'm going to the right. Negative is to the left. God, I cannot write today, can I? 1, 4, and 3. And then my last one, 5, 6, and 2, because then I run out of 3 terms. That's essentially what I'm doing. I'm trying to run it out of 3 terms. And so that's the way I do it. I want 3 terms every time. Instead of doing it the Pac-Man way, I'm just doing it in a different dimension. Same thing. Now I'm going to subtract. Now I'm going to go from left to right, which Um, and I'm sorry, I drew this arrow backwards to go that way. So we're going to go basically from, and now I'm just basically going to go 355, 242, and 761. So 355 minus 2, 4, and 2, right? Oh, minus 7, 6, and 1. Run these numbers, and that is simply the determinant. Okay, so this is two fast methods really to just solving a determinant using this horizontal scheme. You could use either this Pac-Man method where you go out of bounds, you pick up over here, or you could simply just add two columns like I did here, two outer columns. My apologies, and then basically make sure there's three numbers each. That's my favorite method, which is this one. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe if there's any questions, and I'll be checking the comments for anything. Thank you. Stay tuned.